Hi friends, welcome to another quick tip video brought to you by dataplatformsgeneral.com. In this edition of quick tip video, we can see what are the new view tab enhancements that have come in Power BI data flows. These enhancements were released as a part of the latest update that came on December 2020. So let's check what are those updates. It's a very exciting feature that makes developers' life much more easier. For the sake of this illustration, let's quickly go through the Power BI portal and get into the workspace that you have created, inside which we have created the Power BI data flow entities as a part of the earlier video. So this was one of the Power BI data flow that we created as a part of our earlier video. I'm going to click on that, and once you go inside that, you can see all the entities that you have created as a part of this particular data flow. So if you click on any one of those entities and click on the edit button against that, you can go inside the Power Query editor for that particular entity, and it will automatically have the details of the other entities as well. This screen will remind you of the Power Query screen that you see inside your Power BI desktop. So these were the 4 entities that we created as a part of our previous video. I am going to use the same entities and explain to you the details of the new view tab enhancements that have been released. Now if you see, you can see that there is a tab called view tab on top of that menu. If you click on that, you can go inside the view tab and you can see so many options inside that. Some of these options are released as a part of the latest enhancements. For example, the main one that we will be discussing here is called the diagram view. This is a very useful feature that has been added as a result of lots of requests which were raised by the developers. This diagram view will make our life much more easier. If you see currently, for any entities, when you navigate to the entity, you can see all the steps which are involved in the creation of that entity on your right hand side. This will have all the steps. In these cases, it's very simple. You have only a source step and then a promote header step. But in some of the other cases, you can have multiple steps. Like for example, if you see the case of customer survey aggregation, you also have a source step. From there, you are creating a grouped rows. This is an example of a reference. So like that, there can be multiple steps which are involved in the creation of each of these entities. Now, quite often when the number of steps involved is large, it's very difficult for you to understand that the number of steps involved in the creation of a particular entity, and also to see how many entities are dependent on these entities. For example, if you have created an entity as a reference from another entity, the first entity is called the base entity and the second entity will be the referred entity. So in this case, both these entities, if you see, are created as a reference from the base entities. So it's very difficult from here, without going into the details of each of these steps, to see which all are the base entities that makes up each of these entities. And also to get the details of each step, you have to hover and move to that particular step and then click on the settings button near to that. This was how we used to do it traditionally. But since this new change came, it has become much more easier for us. If you just go to diagram view and click on it, and there you will have 2 options. One is the step labels and another one is the step names. You can choose any one of them. So currently it is chosen as the step labels, and if you click on that to enable the diagram view, you can see that immediately you will get this type of a view for that entities. And this is much more easier to visualize because it's shown as diagrams, and inside each of them it will show again the same steps. Here, because it's using a visual, it's much easier for people to immediately understand. So this consists of customer survey entity consists of a CSV step, which is a source step, and if you still want to see the details of the source, you can click on that edit step button, which will show you the details of which CSV it is pointing to. And what is the next step, which is using the first row as headers. Then the next step is changing the data type, and if you want to see the details of that, you can look into that, and you can also have the other properties selected from here, like the renaming of that step, then move before moving the steps, the changing the sequence of steps, like where, and even the query plan can also be viewed from this step. So this kind of a representation makes it very easier for the developers to visualize. And for the cases where you have a particular entity being a particular step being derived from another step, you can also see that the proper sequence. For example, when you go to customer survey, you can see that it is actually derived partly from customer survey entity and partly from the second entity, which is the lookup entity, country lookup entity. So there is a line which joins from country lookup to customer survey, and there is also another one from customer survey to customer survey plus. So which means that this entity is made up of these two entities. And also it will have the details of what you are doing inside. It will have a reference from the source, and then it will have a fuzzy cluster column, which is what we have done on top of that reference. So if we have made a reference from this the base entities, and then what you have done is on top of that we have applied a fuzzy cluster. And similarly, in the case of customer survey aggregation, we have done a reference, then followed by we have done a group by. So all the details can be read from this particular representation itself. So this makes it very easier for the developers to make out what are the steps which were part of this particular entity, and what was the sequence of the steps that actually caused the creation of this particular entity. And in addition, if you want, you can choose to expand it further to show the arrow based representation, or you can just collapse it and just look at the names of the steps itself. And here also you can choose between the step names or the step labels. So now it's showing the step labels. Now if you want to show the step names, you can change it to step names. In this case, both of them are the same, but this difference you can notice if you go to the particular entity, and if you're seeing the steps, if you rename the steps, this will be the label for the steps, and then you will also have the name of the steps. So that those are the two options you have. Either you can show them by the name, or you can show them by the labels. That's what these two options help you to find out. So this is one of the very useful feature that has come in the latest enhancement. And second feature is actually the schema view. This, if you see, this will give you the details of the schema that the entity is made up of. So in this case, the customer survey is made up of 5 columns, and what are the types of these columns. Similarly, what is the customer survey aggregation entity made of? It consists of 3 columns. One is the country column, one is the response count, and the average entity. So for finding out which all columns are made up for each entity and what are their types assumed, you can immediately go to that schema view. It will show you the details of the schema, and if you can always revert back to data view once you have done with this. So these are like two very good enhancements, small but very useful enhancements that came in the one of the latest releases of Power Query window. And this is currently available only in the case of Power BI data flows, and I hope at some point of time this will be available in our Power BI desktop screens as well. So let's wait for that, and hopefully this should make all our lives much more easier. I will give the link of the original video in the description so that you can have a look at that. This is the previous video where we actually created these entities, and here we are using these entities just to illustrate this new feature which came inside the Power Query window. Hope you liked this quick tip from dataplatformcentral.com. Do let me know your comments and feedback. Feel free to follow Data Platform Central for getting useful videos like this, and subscribe to get notified. Thanks all. Meet you soon with another quick tip video.